Hello, welcome to a new episode of Keep It Clean. Have you ever wondered how cities well known for their beauty and cleanliness would look like if people stopped caring about them? Say rubbish collection stopped, bins were taken away, and everyone started disposing of their rubbish in any way they saw fit. If you have, you've come to the right place, because that's exactly what we're going to imagine today. But how? Well, thanks to advances in artificial intelligence. No, not that one. It's now possible to instruct computers to imagine things for us. For this video, I used an AI engine called Midjourney. Through a command prompt, I've asked it to imagine things like Venice canals filled with rubbish, or wide shot of a street in Prague with people walking among litter. And oh boy, did it deliver. It's honestly quite amazing what this technology is capable of. Sounds interesting? Yes, it does. So let's start our journey. And where better to start than in Byberry, which is probably the best-known English village. A place of outstanding beauty that no one would ever think as being in danger of falling to the dominion of rubbish. However, if it ever came to it, this is what it might look like. Even though I know these images are not real, it's still hard for me to look at them because of just how dreadful they are. From Byberry, we make our way down south to the jewel that is Barcelona. Definitely one of my favorite cities in all of Europe. It's packed with lively urban life, art, music, culture, nature, and good weather. Truly a city that has everything. It will be a sad day if things in Barcelona ever decay to even a tenth of what we see in these pictures. Just look at how rubbish has engulfed La Rambla. In reality, La Rambla is a wonderful street that's just a pleasure to have a stroll on. Advancing to northwest France, in the extraordinary region of Alsace, we find the town of Colmar. With its ubiquitous flowers, canals, half-timber houses, and a medieval atmosphere that exudes heritage and enchants the eyes, this is a very special place indeed. Oh man, this hurts. It really, really hurts. This is the opposite of how Colmar and other Alsatian towns and villages are like. I truly believe that if any of them ever reaches this state, it must be that the rest of the world had succumbed to rubbish long before them. No time to chill though, so we jump to Lucerne in Switzerland. Like many other Swiss cities, Lucerne has positioned itself at the top of any quality of life ranking ever made. I mean, just look at it. It's fabulous, phenomenal. Then AI kicks in and absolutely trashes it. But I don't know, even with unspeakable levels of rubbish everywhere, it still looks presentable. Tragic, catastrophic, but presentable. And now we're getting serious. We're going to what some consider to be the most beautiful city in the world, Florence. Very few cities can boast with such a tremendous cultural pedigree as Florence. The entire city is nothing short of a giant piece of art. And it's ruined. Seriously, looking at this makes me sick to my stomach. For any Italians watching, do everything in your power so that not even a fraction of this ever becomes reality. Again, we know these images are not real, but even so, they make me want to reach out for my litter picker and go to Florence right now to clean up. I just said that many consider Florence to be the most beautiful city in the world, but for me, the most beautiful city I've ever visited is Venice. Words cannot describe how extraordinary I find Venice, how fascinated I am by the human genius that built it. I will let Don Vito Corleone describe what we're seeing here.
Look how they massacred my boy.
Man, that was tough, especially the last one. Anyway, moving on to Prague, the Golden City. Hands down the best preserved and best maintained city I've ever visited. This is quintessentially Central European, a beacon of civilization and something to be proud of collectively as humans. Yep, AI had a field day with this one too. That's why I will keep quiet and try not to throw up looking at these images. Continuing our journey, we reach what used to be called the Florence of the North, the German city of Dresden. Firebombed into oblivion by Allied forces during World War II, it has seen massive rebuilding efforts over the past 20 years, which started to bring back the spirit of what used to be one of the most beautiful cities in Europe. Obviously, our AI partner cared nothing about all of that and mercilessly transformed Dresden into a veritable slum. Honestly, the only positive thing I can say is that at least it's not as bad as war. Another city obliterated by Allied bombing in World War II was Gdansk, or Danzig as it was known at the time. It was 95% destroyed, nothing had remained. However, the Polish have incredibly rebuilt it. I never realized I was looking at a rebuilt city when I visited. What they achieved here is almost unbelievable. Man, oh man, that's bad. Again, I'm looking at these images and I find them sickening. On the other hand, I am very grateful that reality is in stark contrast to this grim, hypothesized future. Even if these pictures were real, I think we could definitely get together and do a cleanup. Finally, our last destination will be familiar particularly to those of you who have watched Game of Thrones, as many scenes were filmed there. I'm talking, of course, about Dubrovnik and its shiny marble streets that might just be the prettiest streets you'll ever see. Less pretty, though, are these stairs covered in rubbish. There's a knot in my throat again, but I have to remind myself that these images are not real. They're very believable, though, you'll have to admit, which is what makes them scary. And with that, we've reached the end of our trip. However, I can't let you go with a bitter taste in your mouth, so let's clear our minds and our eyes with this bird's eye view of Gdansk. While this plays, I want to encourage you to let me know in the comment section if you enjoy the video and if you want to see more cities being thrown into this artificial intelligence cauldron. I personally think it might be interesting to see a few more, but do let me know what you think. I want to thank you all for watching, and until next time, as I used to say at the end of my early videos, good luck and take care of your community. Bye bye.